weekend so far, whether you are trick or treating. In Last Shelter, they got a few Halloween events going on, so this is a special video to sort of cover that, have some downtime away from the usual Eden season, and just give some coverage on the kind of stuff that you can pick up and the events running, like the Coin Bouncer Halloween Horror Night. There's a lot of great prizes that you can pick up exclusive in this Halloween window, as well as some of my thoughts to get through some of those games, maybe rank a little bit higher, and yeah, just sharing those Halloween spooky vibes. Alright, KBA Squad, so let's start off with some of the Halloween events we've got going on. I will say hats off to the devs this year. They have really spiced up the kind of treats going on in Halloween, which we're going to dive into in a moment. Much more involved, engaging, and a bit more enjoyable depending on how intense, comfortable, or quiet your season is going so far. There's a few value-added packs they can pick up for Halloween. This one in particular that finishes in the next 3 days. Normally, Alliance Mobilization would give you kind of good value for your super tickets, 12 for 20 euros. But for Halloween, you do get 15 for the same amount. So in terms of value, you are really getting a lot more here as a pack. But of course, Alliance Mobilization giving you some additional extras as you hit the tiers. But as a pack, pretty good value there. We also have a new decoration that has dropped in time for Halloween and giving you some of those spooky carnival like mystic vibes. It's called Lost Paradise, although something a bit more themed around an abandoned carnival or theme park would sound good. But in terms of what you can expect, this is kind of filling in the training speed for shooters now. So we had the Iron Fortress for fighters, and we had the Floating City for vehicles training speed. This one is more of a support base, so plus 10% on shooters if you're rocking them. Also helps you for T10s. These packs can of course get pretty pricey, so if you're looking to just purchase these directly or want to get some better returns, then I'll put links to the latest offers in the video description for Last Shelter. On top of that, if you want to sort of flesh out your decorations like mine, which is pretty bare bones, so you can see there's just nothing going on, but you want to spice yours up or give it to another friend to celebrate this Halloween, you can pick up the pumpkin lamp. It is optional, it's just a display in that inventory, and it's going to run you 20 euros. And then finally, like I mentioned in my last video, the introduction of buttons for the new boutique. The Halloween outfits have officially launched since it's Halloween today. So we're going to dive into that in a moment, and I'm also going to spend my buttons on them. Definitely sound off down below which outfits you are looking forward to, in particular spending your buttons on. Theme park, theme park, theme park. Here it is, Lost Paradise. This is what it looks like. I like the animation. Actually, it looks much cooler here than in that pack because you've got that scarecrow. It's got that abandoned vibe. So I actually really dig this, although I am a big fan of floating cities. Definitely a nicer skin than the Steam Fortress. I'd probably say, yeah, in terms of detail, it looks pretty dope. Also looks quite nice when it's inside your city. So as a base skin, it'll be nice to help those shooters if you are rocking T10s or just for your T9s. They haven't added it as an additional decor album, but I'm sure at some point they will. But again, exclusive Halloween, why not? So first off, let's talk about the main event, Halloween Horror Night. This is kind of reflecting similar to the daily tasks, but you get a lot of great bonuses added into the Halloween theme by completing these tasks. So make sure you do all of them, up to 500. And if you tap on the boxes, you'll notice it's kind of similar, but you'll also get the chance to organically build up your buttons on top of the 2,000 that the devs gave us in the email. Lollipops 80. We have more buttons, and we also have gold candies. So if you complete them all the way through, you'll probably get around 100 buttons and a few golden candies, which is really important for later on. We have the trick rankings, so you kind of want to share your candy in your profile to have others that will kind of put you in this rankings. And I'm not sure how that's distributed, but I imagine the top 3 will get these exclusive emojis, Yeah, looks pretty interesting, and that runs from now until Halloween. So if you want to share it, go. If you want to share it around with the world and try and rank up, feel free. You can also you cannot buy packs to donate. It's just simply trying to get your part and having everyone shake it up at the same time. From the lollipops, you can actually exchange it here. You can do it, you can get 90 a day, and that's by shaking 9 other Last Shelter players candy trees, and when it's unwrapped you get a total of 90. This is pretty awesome. Again, it runs until the end of Halloween, so over a week, and if you do it every day you can get 90, so by the end of it you have like 630 of those, and you'll be able to pretty much max out everything in here. So I kind of went in early just with the hero tokens and the buttons because they are absolutely no-brainer. I kind of got a little bit impatient by just spending those, so I did it on the hour speed ups. But again, because it lasts and resets daily, the nice one here being the Castle of Spooks 30-day skin is still better than nothing, and Siege Defender Might and Resistance plus 3%, but the Halloween theme is a really cool base skin to at least rock for a month, whether you want to do it now or later on. We also get super tickets and 1 hour speed ups. You actually get 100 hours 1 hour speed up, so very good for training cos days, and a few diamonds as well. So pretty good overall. Just simply do it daily. There is a little trick to it that I'll talk about in a moment, but let's also talk about the prize pool, which if you weren't satisfied with just the exchange, you also get some additional stuff in the prize pool, which are those golden candies that I showed you earlier in the daily tasks, like so. This one, golden candy, 40 there. So you want to max out the 500, and that will give you roughly 50 or 16 a day. This is actually really good. On top of the exchange, you can pick up 100 tokens, 20 hour speed ups, 4,000 diamonds, 2 super tickets. We also have these selection chests, which gives you either normal energy cores or super energy cores. Luckily it's not random, you can actually pick, so of course go for the Baneblade one. On top of that, we have the rare selection, which is an exchange of courage medals or war badges. Again, select the war badges 100%. Kind of funny how they give you less courage medals and more war badges, but I will absolutely take that. And we also get 10,000 gene fragments, so again, very nice rewards that they are providing in this. And once you've kind of collect them all, then it will refresh. So if you are clearing all 500 of them, you might be able to make 2 or 3 complete rounds of the prize pool. Whether they reset the golden candy, I'm not sure. If they do, you'll probably be able to clear it out a bit quicker. But if it keeps stacking, so it starts from like, I don't know, 5, and then it keeps going up to like 15, 25, and now it's 60. So if it keeps going higher, then the progress would sort of slow down. But it refreshes for free. You might be able to pick up more things and get extra lucky. It is randomized from here, but you can see after you've picked it up, it will sort of clear them away, so eventually you'll get everything. Speaking of the daily task, so I mentioned there's a little thing to it. The Halloween Horror Night is only visible in your state, so if you're in Eden, you will not see it in your events list, and anything you do related to these tasks only counts when you're in the state. So it's super important when you're pulling your free recruitment tickets, doing the Alliance help, those will only be valid when you're in the state. So if you do it all in Eden and then you come out, because the event isn't tied to Eden, then any of those actions will not count. And it's a bit of a stretch to get the 500 besides the super ticket thing, which again, if you miss the free one, then you miss out on that 20 points. Obtaining a legendary quality hero, of course, is just rare, so it's just not worth pulling tickets for it. You can just get 500 if you do everything else, but if you accidentally do them in Eden, then you might not get the last one. And the last one, of course, is pretty decent, mainly just a gold candy, but if you just hit over 420, it's not bad, but of course try and go for 500. So that's the Halloween Horror Night. If I show you on the profile, you have this Halloween pumpkin. with a nice hat in your profile. And this is what I meant about shaking the candy treat. So you can do 10 per person, 90 per day. It will kind of show you as you shake it and also who you shook. You want to share it just kind of everywhere, get everyone to pull it, and that's also going to help with the rankings. Rankings don't matter so much, but you want to make sure that you at least do this 90 a day so that you can use the exchange and collect everything. So that's just something to note. Another thing is the coin bouncer. This one's also pretty cool and a nice sort of step away from everything. All you need to do is basically tap the screen and make sure that it doesn't hit any of the random guys that pop up. There's a few things to this. If you have been playing it a few times, then you'll realize there's actually a limit to how far you can go, which was quite interesting. It would have been better if the devs just made this sort of infinite, so you can kind of go however long you last. It gives you like a title, how many points and how high compared to everyone else. But yeah, the maximum points you can actually get from this is 20,000. But you'll notice in the rankings, some people are getting a little bit higher. That might be around 26, 25, 27 maybe. That's actually down to making sure you don't miss any of these little bubbles, which are like power-ups. So this one will slow down. Another one will be unstoppable, which is this one here. And that means if you accidentally hit one of those guys, it's not going to penalize you. And then the other one, which is also super important, is the ×2 that actually doubles your hit, your bounce, the points. So instead of plus 100, you actually get 200 like here. There we go. And that is going to give me plus 200. There's also a trick in that because there's a timer. You kind of want to time it to the corner. So the corner is kind of how you can accelerate your score quickly, because you can see it bounces much frequently and you just want to bounce it from the bottom side to side. And yeah, you can easily rack up that score. So I managed to get 21,000. Let's see. My rankings, 21,600. You can see if you want to go for the milestone and rank in that top 50, is 25,700 here in the Stay 47s, or just everyone else in our range. I'm ranked 231, which I'm pretty fine with. And the reward, you actually get a few. This is for just doing the coin bounce every day, so that's 500 buttons, which is great for the outfit exchange. This is your score, so as long as you get over 5,000, then you get additional super tickets and buttons. Awesome. And then finally, this ranking, when it finishes, as long as you finish within this region, then you'll get either 200, 300 or 400 buttons. So plenty of great stuff going on for Halloween. Those are kind of the main killer things. Now let's actually talk about the boutique, which opened up previously. I decided to save the video later until Halloween sort of kicked in, and also because the new outfits are now available. So if we go here, we've got quite a few that were sort of previewed previously, like Arsenal and Hummingbird. There's a lot of feedback on that from how you can purchase them, because it was more like skin packs, like base and APCs, so the value of it wasn't that great. But I like what the developers have done here, making more of a boutique, kind of representing peace in the wasteland and buttons being a currency for these outfits. They gave you 2,000 in the beginning, and Halloween, again, you can see I've got 3,100 organically. Hopefully that can stretch to around 4,000 so we can pick up 2 outfits. If not, you do have those buttons, which is like 500-ish for 20 euros, so you can pick up as many outfits as you want. Quite a few good designs. I like the Halloween ones, especially Undertaker, even though she's not really one that you'd be rocking, or I wouldn't be when you have SX Heroes. But she looks pretty dope. They add far more animations to her outfits, movements, styles, pretty dope, rather than the generic one. So big step up. I really like this a lot. We also have Captain Ivanov, who looks pretty dope. Duke Noir. I like Undertaker more, but again, Halloween theme is pretty nice. He'll actually drink his chalice of blood, and he's more of like a vampire, so nice Halloween theme. I really dig that. We also have a tech priestess, troop resistance kind of for all of them, and then it just gives additional resistance whether they're rocking fighters, vehicles. This of course is more beach themed, so not really that interesting. Of course some of you have some ideas of whether she looks visually attractive, but yeah, this is a hot summer vibe. And we also have the same for Scarlet Siren, so she is the only Essex hero so far in this. We'll see how they kind of rotate outfits as they launch it, and be nice if they make a boutique shop for picking these outfits up. But we have Scarlet Siren here again, Troop Might and Fighter Might instead of resistance from Tech Priestess. Looking pretty snazzy. There's a little bit of a graphical issue with her sort of sword sort of finishing a bit too early from her leg, so that needs to be updated. Got some animations on the beach, but definitely far better on the Halloween version. And then we have Boss and Hummingbird coming soon, so we'll see how they rotate her in the boutique. Boss being a little bit cheaper, 800, whereas it looks like from S3 and S2 onwards they cost 2,000. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. For me, I got 3,100. I'm actually going to pick someone up here, and it is going to be Captain Ivanov. Of course, if you do have like a max Scarlet Siren or using it, or even Tech Priestess, all of those are great picks. For me, I'm just personally going for Ivanov because I think he's much more of a killer sort of skin to rock. And also, since I still use him heavily for like forced tilings and even alternative while I'm trying to develop my Death Rider, so I really like more of the Halloween outfits. We don't know if they're gonna rotate that again, so I'm gonna go for Ivanov, and we'll see if I have enough to stretch for either Tech Priestess or Scarlet Siren later on. But for now, I just dig his Halloween outfit. Although Undertaker looks dope, but of course not worth for 2,000. So let's go and pick up Ivanov. Yeah. You bought Captain Ivanov Duke Noir Permanent, and it turned to sold out. Exchange. So you can only pick him up once, and you have to consume him. So let's actually go in here. I kind of like stacking them up, but Ivanov is worth it. I haven't opened up Arsenal, so let's do that. I want to open it from the actual boutique. It's a bit more nicer. There we go, redemption successful. So we basically got him rocking that now. And the nice touch is since they've revamped the battle reports, that also reflects there and also in the battles. So you'll see his like character card also change. Let's go to heroes and let's go to Captain Ivanov. Outfits, put on. There we go. So that is our new Captain Ivanov. Also changes his face, which is hilarious. I do like the look of Ivanov's first one, but yeah, vampire Halloween style, pretty dope. So that's cool. And what we actually want to do is show how that reflects. Does it reflect on the previous battle? There, so it reflects all the way through. I like that. And oh, I was hoping they would show the Halloween image, man. They need to step that up. We don't want that beach one. It's kind of weird, so hopefully they will fix that because I wanted it for the Halloween stuff, but card looks decent otherwise. Let's also play the battle report. You'll see him. There we go. So I like how they've sort of made that more present and more visible. They need to fix the background of the battle report here, but I like it. Looks dope, and hopefully I'll get enough for one more, and got to decide whether Tech Priestess or Scarlet Siren. But I think that's it. KBA Squad, definitely a Halloween special, a bit long, but I wanted to sort of show you how it goes. And these were the button top-ups. Hopefully you shouldn't be able to. They're pretty generous with the buttons, so hopefully we can pick up 2 outfits at least. But yeah, that's the Halloween treats here in Last Shelter. what do you think? And also shout out how high your score was in Coin Bouncer, whether you like the Halloween Horror Night events, if there's anything you change or want to see more of. I think it's pretty nice, and definitely one of the better events I see rocking compared to other games I'm playing. So pretty happy with that. But yeah, thanks a lot for joining me, KBA Squad. Happy Halloween. I'll see you in the next video. But until then, keep being awesome. Peace. Yeah.